Howdy folks, welcome back to another episode of Ugly Dog Lures. Today we're going to just play around and do an autumn perch. It's just a different take with autumn colors. There's only one color in here that ain't really going to be an autumn color, and it's going to be a blue. So we're going to do a 2.5 square bill. So you know what, let's just jump in here and make it happen, Captain. So first color we're going to be running is a folk art Daffodil Yellow, and that's going to be on the belly and up the sides of this bait. So let's just get her mixed up and do the old finger test on it. Well folks, we're venturing off into some different type of baits. We're going to be doing some trout baits and what have you, so stay tuned to see how we get those done. We got a lot of trout fishermen in this country, so we're going to be working on an ugly dog line of trout baits. Give us something to do all winter. Work, come home, go to the shop. Work, come home, go to the shop. Work, come home, go to the shop. Work, stop by the beer store, go to the shop. You know how all that works, folks. And I'm really out. I stopped by the beer store to get wine for my wife because I don't drink.
Who are you lying to?
I don't drink much, folks. Every once in a while. It's not something that I want every day, I guarantee you. I drink a lot of coffee. Folks, I'm 53 years old and I had my first drink last night, of a cherry limeade. That's pretty good stuff, folks. I never had one before, so I had one last night. Didn't mind it at all. It was actually pretty decent. You know what, we'll just go over that whole bait in that yellow. Okay, there it is, folks. We're done with the fall perch. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I just got the evil eye from the wife there, so I was just kidding. And we'll throw another coat on her. Folks, I've really been enjoying painting these 2.5 square bills. They're a bigger bait and they take a little bit more paint, but that's just okay with me. I don't mind at all. So folks, don't forget about our challenges. Keep sending them in. I've got several to do. I have to figure out how to paint a guppy on a lure, folks, and I'm a little bit stumped on that one right now because there ain't no such lure as a guppy lure. So I have an idea blinging around through my head on how to do it, but we'll see how that works out. We might tackle that one tomorrow. That was sent in to me by Miss Kathy Lynn. And I know if I don't do a good job, she'll beat me up. And my wife will probably help her. So, what this is going to involve is I found this brush at Dollar Tree, I think is where I was at with my wife. And it's a very loose bristle brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the old paint tray out here. And I'm going to try something off the wall different that I've never tried before. And we're just going to see how it works. I don't want traditional stripes on this bait that you put on with a comb. I want something funky and different. So that's what I'm going to do. It's something funky and different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of dip this brush and I'm going to take most of that off on that paper towel, and I'm just going to barely just wipe down that thing. But I don't want a whole lot, folks, but I do want a little. See that right there? That's what I'm after, is that effect right there on that bait. It's not much, but it's enough to kind of make it stand out a little bit. And just come back down it now that I wiped it down that way, and I'm going to just pop a little bit down on that side of it. Just something different. We're not even nowhere near through with this bait, because I am going to even do something even more different, because I'm going to use paint pigment and brush paint pigment on this bait. And y'all probably never seen that either. You know, crazy damn ass rednecks and their ideas. Well, the next color we're going to run with is going to be palm leaf green. It's an apple barrel paint. I love this paint. I use a lot of this paint. It's not a real bright green, but it's a beautiful green, in my opinion. So, yeah, I know my opinion only matters to me. You don't have to say it out loud, Melissa.
Are you talking for me again?
Yes. Been with you 26 years. I know what you're going to say sometimes. So we're going to take our green. We're going to start our green. We're going to bring that green right down the side of that bait a little ways. Get about half of that head. And see how that black is fading into the back side of that green there? Oh, you got to get that nose, folks. That's actually pretty. Well, let's heat set that, and we'll throw another coat on it. I kind of like that color. I really do. What do you think about that, Melissa?
I think you painted over all the black.
I did it on purpose.
Oh, he painted over all the black on purpose.
I did. Because that's who I am, honey. So we still got more steps to this lure to do. So now the next color we're going to be running with is hot saffron. So let's get our old hot saffron and get it mixed up. Y'all are familiar with this paint if you watch my program any. So that's all we need. We don't need much. We're just going to hit that belly. Folks, I got to go to Hobby Lobby this morning. It's going to be a good day for me. I actually went in this time even. But I sat in the truck when the wife went to the big lots. Get our pressure turned down just a little bit. Just make that orange there in the bottom of that bevel. Like it. Like it a lot. I'd fish it. And I probably will. Well, that's that for the orange. All that orange we're going to use. We're done with that color. And then we're going to do something just completely off the wall that I don't know if anybody's ever done on YouTube, but if they haven't, I guess I'll be the first. For my oldest daughter, for my birthday, she always gets me stuff that I use in the shop, which is awesome. I love it. Well, she knows I really don't want anything else besides guns. So she got me some paint pigment to play around with, folks. It made me happy. So this is paint pigment right here. It's a pearlized paint pigments. So what we're going to do is we're taking this blue right here. You gorgeous colors in there, folks. Absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to try to pigment the gill plates on this bait, and we're going to do that with just a brush. So let me get this thing all opened up where you can kind of see inside of it here. This is paint pigments right there. And we're just going to see what it does to this bait, and if we mess it up, oh well, we'll get another bait out of the box back there. I just got a big shipment in, so I got lots more coming. So what I want to do here, folks, is I'm going to make sure that this bait is heat set, and all I'm going to do is just take this brush, and I'm just going to try to turn a blue shade in there is all I want. I think I'm going to get this other little brush. I think it'd be better. Better for what I'm trying to do here. So that's all I'm trying to do is put a little bit of blue into that gill pattern. Or that gill plate on this bait. Just a little bit of blue back behind that eye and back down through that gill plate. Can you see what it did? Y'all probably can't see on the camera there, but you'll really be able to see it once I start epoxying this lure. Just going to give it a green tint or a blue tint, folks, and that's kind of what I'm after, is just a little bit of a blue tint in that plate. I don't think this has ever been attempted before, but you can say that you saw it here first. Okay, we got that pigment on there. You can really see it if you look at it down that way. Well, now we're going to throw some eyes on that bad boy and throw some epoxy on him. And guess what they had at Hobby Lobby? Brand new glitter. It's called Peacock. We're going to peacock this sucker.
I love that you get so excited about glitter.
I get excited about new glitters, folks, because I like the way they look on baits. So, my wife actually let me buy it.
I should have bought you the hot pink.
Well, all I can tell you, woman, is I like hot pink. Pink is a great color for baits. So, this is awesome glitter though. It's called Silver Peacock. Look at that, folks. I don't know if you can see that. It's got blues and silvers, and it's just so pretty. get excited, folks. I'm sorry. That allows me to do some different things. Well, I'm kind of liking the way this bait's looking. I really like that blue pigment on the side. And that's something new. I don't know if anybody's ever tried it, but I just did. And we'll see how it epoxies and how it looks when it's epoxied. It's kind of a autumn perch, you know. You have a lot of dark colored perch, and you have a lot of light colored perch, and you have red bellied perch, and I mean you got a lot of different styles of baits that you can paint after a perch. What color eyeballs we gonna put on this beautiful bait here? I got a lot of eyeballs, folks, and I got 1,320 more on the way. I think I'm going to kind of use one of these gold eyeballs up right here and put on this bait. I think they're going to look nice on there. Yeah, what do you think, Melissa?
Oh yeah.
Make it pop out of there pretty nice like. So folks, let me know in the comments what you fish for in your neck of the woods. We got a lot of smallmouth and walleye in our country. There's a lot of good trout fishing in our country. Of course, you know, perch, catfish, that's just a given. Crappie fishing here, largemouth. Just a lot of fun things to fish for here in this country. I'm living in New Mexico, but I'm from Texas, and I spent a lot of time on the coast of Texas growing up, so I've done a lot of fishing down on the coast. I love to fish on the coast. So, well, there we go, honey. That's certainly a different looking bait. I don't mind him too much at all. Okay, folks, we're going to let this dry real good, and then we're going to throw some epoxy on him. We'll be right back. Okay, folks, we're going to get a water slide stuck on this bait and get it dried up, and then we're going to put some epoxy on it. It's something different, folks. I've never tried to use the pigment paint like that, but I think I'm going to actually do a couple of more lures and use that pigment in a different way on them just to see what we come up with. If nobody else wants them, I'll fish them. So, but I'm almost betting that somebody's going to want them. So we got our water slide on there. We're going to let that dry a few minutes, and then we're going to move on to the epoxy. So I guess I can get all that stuff out and ready here in just a second. Okay, folks, we're got that all dried up good now. Let's throw some epoxy on it and epoxy this dude and see what we got. I kind of like it. It's different. We'll see how that paint pigment actually works out for us. It's a 2.5 square bill, so we're going to get away with 1 and 1 on it. Then we're going to put some of this silver peacock in it, just to kind of see what it is. So folks, I've been telling you that we're expanding into the trout, and I've been thinking about expanding on into the soft plastics too. So I may do that here pretty quick. I may go ahead and start buying the molds and everything, and that'd be kind of fun to do. Much as I like glitter, that would be really fun to do. So we got 1 and 1, folks. Let's peacock it. Woo, that's some bright glitter there. Give it a good mix. You know, folks, I can't stress how important it is to mix your epoxy to the exact amounts. I mean, you can get away with it, but you're going to have epoxy that don't dry right. You're going to have soft, sticky baits. It's just best just to do it in the exact amounts, and then they dry nice, and they're nice and hard baits. They're nice coated baits, you know. So I can't tell y'all what to do, but I know what I'm going to do. So, and that's what I'm going to do. All right, folks. Let's throw it on here and see what we get. Remember to get around those eyes and that nose real good, folks. Once that epoxy sets over those eyes, they ain't coming out. I know a lot of guys that glue those eyes in there before the epoxy, but I don't, because that epoxy is going to hold those eyes in there, and they can argue with me all they want to about it, but they do what they want to do, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Well, folks, if you ain't got no plans for Halloween, you might as well tune in. We're gonna probably draw 2 lucky names, and y'all gonna win the lures. The one from me and the one from my wife. So I hope y'all feel lucky about that. We'll draw them Halloween night, and whoever we draw, if you put your name in for them, we'll get the lures. So we'll mail them to you. We'll pay the shipping. So Lord only knows what I'm going to come up with to do. I kind of have an idea of what she's going to do. She's going to do a self-portrait of me. That way it scare the hell out of everybody. I'm just kidding, folks. She's not that mean. She'd just shoot me and be done with it.
I only shot you once.
Yeah, and it hurt.
You whine a lot.
Well, folks, that pigment stayed in that bait. Looky there. It did not come out with the epoxy. That is a beautiful little bait, folks. I don't know if y'all like it, but I love it. I'd fish that sucker in a minute. But right now, we can't go to the lake, folks. So, there you are, folks. This is just an autumn perch that I did. I used some different techniques on it. I used pigment and brushed into the gills. You can see the blue in there. Beautiful bait, folks. It's been a real pleasure doing this with y'all this afternoon. But I'm going to let this dry, and I'll catch you later. This is the bait, folks, that we used the pigment paint in the gills. You can see it in here. Right here, and it actually stayed on the bait real well with the epoxy. It was just a test to see if it would work. It's a 2.5 square bill. It's got number 6 hooks. It's palm leaf green, hot saffron, daffodil yellow, gloss black, and it's got a silver peacock glitter on it. So folks, there she is. Nice looking bait, all painted up. It's for sale on our website at UglyDogLures.com. Remember, folks, to like, subscribe, and share. And if you're new to the channel, tell all your friends. And welcome to the channel. We do lots of crazy things. If you'll watch and check the challenges and send me a challenge, I'd be glad to do it for you. You have a great day, and I'll catch you later.